Story time. Stories in the dark with Arch. Well, something very interesting happened yesterday. It had to do with these birds, that's right. Now, can't say they were all crows, or even a raven was there. But I went and helped my wife's cousin move yesterday. And because he wasn't there yet, I had to go drive around in Shirley, Mass, mind you. Now, what had happened was just friggin' strange. But very unexplainable. Now, I knew where this grave was. I have been there before. But I have completely had forgotten all about it. Because I don't think the last time I've been to this grave was, I want to say, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So, I mean, it literally, erased from my mind. And, of course, my wife remembered being there. But for some apparent reason, this grave I went to visit happened to be the wife of the gentleman that I live with right now. And, I mean, he had mentioned it and the story had come up. Where she was and, I went out looking just to see what it, cemetery was talking about and, kind of pay my respects. Say so because of the simple fact that, I just felt I had to. But yesterday, forgetting all about it. And the way this just happened, and then the way the story came out afterwards made it even more crazier. So, I mean, it freaked me out, say so. I mean, I told the gentleman about the story of what happened. And, I mean, I never told him that I went to visit the grave of his wife before, so I made it sound like that it just got found. But still, even though the way it happened, and I never told the guy I went there to look at it, it still came out to be a friggin' freak me out story. So I was in the cemetery, and of course when I'm driving around and I see a cemetery, I even went out to, took a little ride out to Sudbury and Midway, one of the towns right after Sudbury. I see an old cemetery, I stopped right in. I found something real funny there. Man, shouldn't even break balls on it, but I'll have to. But all in all, I found the cemetery in Shirley. I mean, I have been there before, I have passed it. But for some reason this day, I just, being bored and forgot, all about what happened like 4 or 5 years ago. Had to been like four years ago tops, but that's how far along that it went by in my head, and I just completely forgot about it. But as I'm passing by the cemetery, cemetery, I'm gonna go check this out. So I drive in, I get to the back lot, roadway, god damn it, and, it's got like 2 entrances, and that goes straight in. Then you can turn on, like, say, so a road, left or right. Then you go to the end, and you got another left and right, and that's it. Very small cemetery. So I went all the way to the end, and I took a right. As I'm looking out to the backwoods, goddamn crows and ravens flew out of the trees. And I'm watching one fly by. I'm like, ooh, wonder what's over here. I see another one fly by. I get out of the car, and then a third one flies by. So I'm like, damn, I gotta go back to check this. Now, out of all the places I stopped, the guy I live with, his wife wanted to be buried with her parents. And as I'm getting out to run to the back of the cemetery to see what's behind it, in the woods, mind you, because like I say, a lot of times when you find hawks, raven, crows, there was once Indian living. And a lot of times with old, the white men back in the day, the old settlers, used to take over old land of Indians. Hell, even sometimes build over their land. And a lot of times build cemeteries. Or they build right over the old Indian burial ground. And just literally, take over what was once was. Always disrespecting Indian land and so forth. So as I'm getting out of the car to run in the back, there's the stone, Royer, the name. I won't say no more than that. I'm like, oh, damn. And forgetting all about it, I went and looked at the names, and there it was. The gentleman's wife, mother and husband. Mother and father. I'm like, damn. Then my wife's like, oh, we were already here. I forgot all about this then. I forgot all about it. So I'm like, alright. I forgot all about we were there. Then I started looking around, and I thought it was another cemetery this stone was at, actually, to tell you the truth. I thought we literally went to another graveyard. And I'll have to point out and show the two. And I'd have to go to this other one to see where the hell I was, because I remember being there. And this is the messed up thing. I remember being at the other cemetery, and I could have sworn I found the stone there. So it's like, what? And I'm thinking, when were we at the other? No, this is it. And like, oh, wow. And at the time we went there, the wife's name wasn't even on the stone yet. So that's why we were looking around to try and find it. But all of a sudden, when we got there, the name was on the stone. So I don't even know if the gentleman I lived here did that or not. He must have did it on his own time, say so. Or he paid for it and was doing payments on it until it got done, and then they put the name and stuff. But anyways, I get back home. I gotta give the gentleman my ride to his, usual spot that he goes out. And I told him, hey, there's something crazy happened today, James. And, I'm sitting there telling him the whole thing of how I seen the birds, how I forgot. I didn't tell him, like I said, I went and gone and see your wife a long time ago. I didn't tell him all that, but I just said, I found the stone of your wife and this and that. And hold on a sec. So anyways, as I was telling him about my story and how I got out of the car and I saw the stone and the birds are flying by and da-da-da-da. He said, oh my God, it's funny you mentioned that and the birds. Now this is where it freaked me out. When I told him I found the stone and the birds, that freaked me out. But what really freaked me out is what he said. And the father, before he died, or a few years before he died or something in the mix, they were trying to find out if he was Native American. And he said they were all about talking about at one point in time about the blackbirds, the crows, and all them coming around. And yeah, that's got something to do with the Native Americans, they said. And he was telling me all about how they were looking into this. I'm like, holy shit. That's where everything just got freaky. So I'm living in the house where the guy's wife and parents lived pretty much since the 1950s. And through all this time, go figure, this man is rightfully could be Native American. And I believe he passed away in this house. And I'm about to wonder if that's the ghost I've been getting in here when I record. The mother, the father, you know. It is nuts, but that right there is where the story freaked me out. Because they were all looking this up at one point in time, and he remembered, and he's like, wow, and he was just amazed at the story and the way I put it, because, yeah, you know, this guy is skeptical on ghosts now. He doesn't believe in them. He and his wife, mind you, were down in Virginia, and he tells me this story time for time, from time. Oh my God, if I was his wife, I'd be yelling at him too. They were going to be on a ghost haunted show. If they believed in ghosts, the wife believed in it, she was ready to do it, and he said he didn't, I don't believe in that, that's all rubbish. So they didn't even have him on the show. And his wife kind of got mad at him. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? You know. So yeah, the people here believed in the ghosts, and they believed in the Native Americans, and obviously they believed in these birds. Native American sacred bird. That's right. You look at it. That's right. And when I said this story, this guy almost lost his head. He's, oh my God, it's funny you mentioned that. It's like, yeah. So, if anything, if this guy don't believe in ghosts, I think he's going to stop believing after living with me for a while. But, damn, I'm still just blown away just because of that. Him coming up with that and that story about the family and finding out. Oh, there you go. Native Americans, boy, all around me. Birds have been all around me too. Like I say, everywhere I go, every friggin' day I either see a raven, the hawk, crows are always out there, but I've been seeing these birds a lot. A lot. When I travel down the highway, I travel down back roads, they come out of nowhere. Fly over the roof of my car, and when I pass by them and go a different direction, they disappear behind me. I don't know where they go. Of course, I can't see them, but they make themselves known when I'm coming through these towns and stuff. That's why I drive a lot, and I need to get out there, and hopefully this YouTube thing blows up so I can travel. Because I have a lot of places I need to get to, man. And right now I'm getting definitely killed by the damn, no time and no money. So I mean, it pisses me off, but gotta keep my head up. And like I said about this, while I'm on the subject, I'm gonna bring this up right now. I found a video of a man talking about what's the difference between a crow and a raven. And one thing caught my eye. Where'd it go? Don't even tell me I lost it. Oh, come on, you SOB. Where did it go? Oh, man. Anyways, I screenshot a picture of a raven. I'm throwing my 112 dirtbag crap. And where did it go? Oh, there's the old Davy child. Oh, come on, man. Bradley's. You jerk. I don't know where it went. You friggin' suck. Anyways, whatever this bird was doing. You suck. I can't even find it. The guy was talking about the raven being very playful. I had a picture of the raven biting someone's finger and playing with that person, the raven. And that was exactly the day after I had this dream of the raven playing with me and biting my finger, playing. A video came up the next day. I think I'm just going to go over that in another video to show it in my proof. I got it in my history, so I have to do another video on that. But this is getting stronger and deep. Every time I move away and lose away from stuff, these damn Indian sightings and Native Americans, native birds and stuff always come back to me and start giving me, not to forget we're here type thing. So, man, crazy. Until the next story and next video, be safe, take care, and always believe. That's right, believe. Out.